to another episode of Pit Lane Parlay. Joined this morning before first practice at Laguna Seca by Jack Harvey. Jack, thanks for joining me this morning here. Your partnership with Michael Shank has been long documented over the last handful of years, and you guys are essentially good friends at this point. What can you say about Michael Shank that makes him such a great guy?
He pretty much lives every good and bad moment with you. Obviously he's been extremely successful in sports cars, and you feel like a lot of those good qualities that he has can translate to any form of motorsport. But also, like you said, we have kind of become friends, and he's just a great guy. I like being around him. He's a guy who's easy to problem shoot with, to talk about any problem with. But I think as a team owner, he's extremely invested into his team, because this is his business as well. A lot of other team owners have other businesses that they're a part of, and they kind of dabble in both. Where Michael is in the shop every day. If anyone's got a problem, he's there every day to try and manage it and fix it. I've seen him, loading the car on top of the roof of the trailer. So I think that the fact he's just so invested all the time, and he wants to win. We all come here with the same goal, and that's to win. And anything less than that, what you class as a win for our program right now, maybe it's not exactly a W, but we're very realistic about where we're at, and we want to keep improving and be better all the time. So I think in that regard, common goals and desires have aligned perfectly.
So when you have a great qualifying effort like Portland, a great finish, was it the Indy GP earlier this year? Does that kind of raise your expectations quicker than you'd like, or how do you stay kind of even keeled through the successes and also at the same time the not so good moments?
Well, I think the not so good moments are probably easier, because that moment, like Portland, we had a great weekend brewing, and kind of out of our control. But I think the positives that you take away from it, we were in a great position to have a great weekend. I think that's the main thing. Expectations are a funny one. They're ever changing all the time, and obviously you want them to be changing, for the better. Which I think our own expectations from the start of the year to now have obviously risen, but they've only risen based off of the hard work and the effort we've put in to see a result on track. And it's not just mine and and Michael's. It's everybody at AutoNation, everybody at SiriusXM. I think collectively we've shown that we can come and compete here. We had a base set of targets to try and qualify in the top 12, finish in the top 10, and I think if you're achieving those, it's a good weekend in IndyCar anyway. But as you start doing it more regularly, then you boost them a little bit, which is where we're at now.
So on that note, this year has been a year where people have really taken notice of Jack Harvey, with the results that we just mentioned. What do you attribute the kind of rise in success this year to?
Just more time in the car. Yeah, it's hard. Last year, 6 races, and you're only doing like a third of the season. And, you come back for a weekend. By the end of the weekend, I'd feel pretty comfortable, and then you'd not be in the car for, a month or two. And that was tough. But this year, having a bit more of a regular schedule, even on the testing side, has just made such a big difference, where it just allows me to come to the track and immediately start working on things from before, opposed to just trying to get comfortable again. Where the future lies, we're working at it, but I'd love to go full time and see what we can keep doing then when we're not missing any weekends.
Looking back at your 2019 as a whole, how would you describe your 2019 season?
I think it's gone very well. Some good moments, and I think so far the bad moments really have actually been out of our control. Look at Long Beach, look at Portland, and we get taken out through just when kind of stings, and obviously a few things to work on in the off season on my side. But no, I'm pretty happy on the whole with my performances, the team's performances, and I think collectively that's why we stay together, is we believe in each other. We've got a great working relationship. I love my engineers, all the mechanics, everybody on the team. So no, I think everybody MSR has done a fantastic job, and I think that I've done as good a job on the driving side. And again, we're working hard with AutoNation and SiriusXM to try and build something bigger if we can. But I think I would class 2019 as a successful year.
Yeah, I think I would agree. So looking forward to 2020, before I go slightly off topic with some non-racing questions, it looks like you guys will have a new technical alliance with the McLaren kind of partnership with Schmidt-Peterson going forward. What can you say about how great the Schmidt-Peterson partnership has been? And are you kind of a little bittersweet that that partnership might be ending?
I mean, people have to remember, I've been with Sam, connected with Sam for, since I've been in North America, really. I mean, I came to North America in 2014 to race with his Indy Lights team. So obviously, again, built a good relationship with everybody here. A lot of friends in the team, a lot of people in the team have become friends, should I say. I think, obviously, with McLaren coming in, I think it's such a big name in the motorsporting world. It just brings more positives than negatives. Sure. So, I'm happy for Rick and Sam. I'm happy for everybody at what is still SPM right now until it changes. And then obviously what comes with that is, new opportunities on our side. And, any more than that, probably questions for Michael to answer. I just try and come. I'm available every weekend at IndyCar racing if I'm needed, and ready to give it my best effort as well. So I think the partnership so far has worked out really well, not without some hiccups along the way, but also we've had some really great moments. So I think it's balanced out into being everything we want it to be.
I love it. So we're going to go off topic here. A TV show that you've been binging this year that you would recommend to fans out there?
Suits.
Ooh, okay. I've heard great things about it. I've never seen it.
Yeah, I watched. Never really watched Suits, and I've binge watched it. It's pretty good. Can't think what else. I kind of started rewatching Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I think I need to do that too.
Yeah.
Were you happy with the last season of Game of Thrones?
Kind of thought it was meh.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought the storyline had been such a build up that a few people just got killed off way too easy, and kind of didn't like that.
So we'll go back to racing here. You tested at Laguna yesterday. What did you think of the test day, and how are you feeling going into today after yesterday's long test?
I think yesterday was kind of a mixed bag. I think at some points of the day I thought we looked really good, and other points of the day we didn't. So I think for me, obviously getting any extra test days is only going to be a good thing. Yeah. It gave us some chance to work on some bits on the car. Some things worked, some things did not. So we're going to come back into what is now our normal weekend, but just having done, decent amount of laps before. So, yeah, I think honestly, I'm pretty excited about the weekend. We tested here in February and it went well. We started yesterday morning very strong. So, yeah, I think so far, so good. Some things we've learned on what to do. And then after that, we're just going to keep trying to figure out what this place likes and how we can keep extracting more.
What makes Laguna, other than the corkscrew, because I know that's the easy answer, what makes this track so unique and at the same time so challenging?
It's kind of low grip. So you always feel like you're hustling with the car, trying to be right on that edge of not quite sliding, but still not underdriving. Obviously the corkscrew is so famous. Yeah. It's an easy answer. But honestly, I love turn 6 is great, and you get into the in the compression there before you go up the hill to get to the corkscrew. That's a great corner, and honestly, there's a lot of good corners here. I think it's just it's one of those bucket list tracks that even when you start racing and then you look outside of your country, it's one of those tracks almost immediately that people I have to drive at Laguna just even one time. And I think the fact that IndyCar started coming back here, it's amazing it wasn't on the schedule for so long. But I'm grateful that I'm getting the opportunity as part of the series to come back.
I mean, even driving my rental car up this morning, wow, this place is really cool. I've obviously never been here before, but it was kind of breathtaking driving in this morning. The scenery, it's just a really cool place. Yeah, a little known Jack Harvey fact that maybe nobody out there knows.
I would say I'm a Star Wars geek, but I'm not exactly private about that.
You and Stephen King talk about that all the time.
We do. And then baking's become a new hobby, but again, I'll publicize it quite a lot. Honestly, I guess the cool thing I have right now is I'm in the process of renovating a 1947 International Harvester pickup truck. So that's kind of fun.
I like that.
Yeah, and then after that, I don't know really.
Stephen King is a friend of the show, so I see him talking Star Wars from time to time.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed to admit I have never seen a single Star Wars movie before. I know. I just like to see the reaction of people when they say that. And for those who are just for those who are listening, I got a big look of disapproval from Jack there on that one.
How can you not have seen them?
I grew up in a very sports centric house where my dad watched sports. My dad worked for IndyCar, so I grew up, and I don't know. I have no good excuse. I know there are a lot of people out there who are going to give.
You've never got the DVDs or went to the movies. What have you been doing?
I have no good excuse. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen Star Trek. I haven't seen Lord of the Rings. I'm way behind on. I've seen bits and pieces on TV, if that counts. No. Jack is never coming on the show ever again now.
I don't even know if I'd have come on in the first place.
My wife is a big Harry Potter fan. If that's some, yeah, she puts up with me, so she must be. Let's end it with a movie question here then. If they're going to make a Jack Harvey movie, who is playing Jack Harvey?
Oh, I'd love to see Harrison Ford, but probably we're not. Probably I'm not that cool.
I like that one.
That'd be cool.
All right, we're going to go with that one. Thanks very much, and good luck this weekend.
Cheers, buddy.